Hello, my name is Lucky Rivia. I don't have my Witcher thing on my neck. But if you don't get the game of 2015, I will hunt you and I will murder you. In all seriousness, this game is awesome. And you should have got this game when it was hot. When it was hot, it literally became one of my favorite games of all time, and single player experiences I will never forget. And one of the best combat systems for a role-playing game that is better than damn Skyrim. And remember when I said this on my Dragon Age Inquisition review? For movies and Dragon Age for video games. I'll retract that. That Witcher 3 is now the best fantasy game of all time. And I will go straight to the review after the intermission. Witcher 3 basically takes place after the events of Witcher 2, which I haven't even played, which is not a requirement. But if you do get confused, as Angry Joe mentioned, go to the index and you will find your information there. Now to what I'm saying, The Witcher 3 is basically a game that you would not regret. This game is not going to make you forget. As soon as you pick it up, like I did, post it on Facebook, I went, alright, better get this baby a shot, put the disc in, and start playing it. And I continued, got bored, I continued, and then I became invested. I was like, alright, better continue. I don't know why I keep looking at the TV. I should be looking at it. Originally one of those games you had to play. Let's go to the story. The story is well crafted, and it puts you a very long journey, and you will not regret that journey. You can press, let me get the controller, mind the charger. You can press this button to skip all the conversations. That's only if you've been at conversation twice. You can do that when you play in a harder difficulty, which I'm on, but games have been overflowing me, which I had to complete, which I had to finish. I still have plenty of games to complete, including Metal Gear Solid and Fallout 4, and which I probably won't make reviews for those in 2 years' time, because I had to finish both of them before the year ends, hopefully, but not likely. The Witcher 3 and the story is basically has you this. Find this adopted daughter of yours, Ciri, who the main character raised, which is you, Geralt of Rivia. Which Rivia, you have to look up Witcher 2 just to figure out what Rivia means. Which, in the books, which is actually the games are based on, in Poland, where it's super popular. If I got the city correct, I'll correct myself on screen, but yeah, in Poland it's very popular over there. It's literally, it's like their Star Wars over there. And I will respect that as a Star Wars fan. Yeah, it's literally their Star Wars there, and they love the story, and outside that place, it's not popular, but thanks to Witcher 3, the popularity excelled. But shamefully there won't be any more Witcher games, as this one was the only one I played. And so I was ashamed, and I wished I knew Witcher. When you played Witcher, let's get to the gameplay. The gameplay basically has you, you'll be bashing X for attack, but you have to be really strategic, as I had to remember circle combat roll. It's just whenever I play most of my games on the PS4, so no Master Chief Collection or anything. Yeah, you've got these two buttons as their counters. I think it's R2 that gives you the counters, and when you press here, it gives you the menu screen. And you just press your X button just to jump and continue with the conversations. And it has no yeah, the controls in this game are very good. and really there's trophies that reward you for counters, like do this 10 times, do this thing 50 times, do that thing 20 times, basically that. And all of it is very challenging, as the trophies in this game are massively challenging. It's the most challenging trophies, and you can easily get all of them, but you're still missing a few that you have to get. Like a few challenges, like do this 20 and do this 50 times challenges are very challenging and will definitely drain your time trying to get a platinum trophy. As for, I mentioned the combat system before, I'll mention it here. It's better than Skyrim's combat system. I don't even bother playing the Skyrim because I'm not a big fan of first persons, but I do play first person shooters every once in a while. Like I got Star Wars Battlefront. If you want my quick opinion on it, half this game's in Season Pass, which is bullshit. 5.2 out of 10. I know, put single player. Except for those stupid missions, which don't count. And survive. And this game has no multiplayer, and you can't create your own character. You just have to trust your own, trust Geralt as you in the universe. You can ask questions, and the quest system, it gets you on point, and there's fast travel, so if you get lost, you can just mark it on the map, see which one is nearest fast travel there, to the waypoint, or the contract, or the question marks always have something to do. You can find monsters, like monster huts, which you can get a trophy for if you clear all of them out, which is good job, CD Projekt Red. Yeah, the Wild Hunt. Well, the boss battle in the end is quite disappointing, based on the difficulty I played on, because it's pretty easy. Because I remember playing a boss battle, watching the screen. When I finished it, I kind of went, oh, this is too easy, because all I had to do is counter, fight, use magic, fight, use magic. And basically it's that. Which reminds me, if you want to use bow, you had to hold L1 and fire, or just press that button for the quick fire. Which is a lot better doing that way, because it's not really that effective, but you have to fire it if you have like low level and you don't have any food. Which is definitely part of the challenge of the combat system, because you had to get all your food storage on your inventory, and you had to eat all of them while fighting. As Angry Joe pointed out, kind of silly to think that you fight a monster and then you have to quickly grab a chicken from Kentucky Fried Chicken and just go seriously, who said that they fought a monster while fighting? Probably Geralt really is the first one to say I fought with the Hound's chicken from Game of Thrones. He'd probably appreciate a girl eating chicken while fighting. Cause screw the king. Or F the king. Yeah, and this game has no karma system, as in the Infamous series is known for the decisions that will affect you as a character in morale of good or morale of bad, but this game just says your choice can lead to consequences, and it has multiple ends to the consequence. It can lead to this person dying, it can lead to civil war, this decision may lead to anything. So you have to be careful what you choose, because the ending of the game will definitely tell you either stuff up or not. Because there's A, B, C endings, which is one bittersweet, good ending, and the worst case scenario ending, which I got. And my two other brothers that played the game, especially the older one, who convinced me to get this game, since I'm listening to him better than my mates, since my mates always tell me to go get multiplayer games. And I kept going, no, not now. Like I said, the story is well written, but you have to take your time. Don't expect like fast motion fights. So don't expect any of those fast motion fights. Oh my god, eat chicken, eat the motherfucking chickens. Cook a ball, get hype, and all that. Play the game as it tells you to do. Take your time, because the maps are massive. This is one of the most massive maps that you play on. It may look small on when you're looking at the map, but when you look at it from going to the game, it's the best, one of the best looking games at the time before Uncharted that game came out. That came out recently. What rating I will give the game? You may ask. Well, I never, like I said earlier on the review, that this game is the best fantasy game of all time. It's right up there to Lord of the Rings as the best film, and Game of Thrones as the best TV show, and certain the genres. And this one is definitely the best fantasy. Sorry, Skyrim fanboys. You can go hell, and just don't fanboy over it. So, what do I give this game? It's actually tough, because it's either a 9.9 or 10 out of 10. Which I never gave a 10 out of 10 before, but screw it anyway. This game deserves 10 out of 10. Yep, the first ever game to get so. And it's rare on my account, my watch. And by playing these games, they rarely get 10 out of 10s. No game should, there's definitely glitches, of course, but that don't count in terms of reviews. No game's perfect. That's a philosophy I always do. Alright, I better wrap it up. Like I said, follow me on social medias, Facebook, I'm on Instagram at angrydude_dude1223, as I will just post my personal life stuff and announcements for the channel and little sneak peeks. Twitter, I'm going to use it a lot more often, so you can click that Twitter thing and you get to see me tweet, especially those out of my time zone. Follow me on Wattpad as I'm working on a secret project, and hopefully you guys enjoyed it, as it may confuse you, but you can ask me for questions on pronunciations of names, as is a sci-fi fantasy, as a combination of Star Wars and Game of Thrones, and all that. What else? And Letterboxd, I'll be, after this film, I'm going to be going to see Bad Neighbors 2. Yep, sequel to the first one, which I actually watched last night. And the first one I was referring to, I watched the first one last night because I wanted to see if I get some references or some plot similarities, which I'm glad I watched Ted 2 for, Ted before Ted 2 for, because I noticed that, and a lot of people noticed that the third act is way too familiar to the first one, which I pointed out in my Facebook review, which I got flack for, which I was like, don't say, well, you're not seeing what I see until I better get started on my next game review, which you guessed it already. See you guys next time. Bye bye.